when William Ruto took Mudavadi in rectangular and convinced them to be his allies, he thought that he was done with Western votes. He thought that now Western region will be voting for him. He didn't know someone like Natembea will come up with that way. And now Western region is folks, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Dr. Politica. I am Peter Ogutu. And of course, here, we decode power and dissect Kenya. Now, Kenya's political landscape has been thrown into turmoil following the dramatic arrest of Governor George Natembea, sparking violent protest in Kitale. And, Natembea is the most popular politician in Western at the moment. And anything that is doing with his arrest will be met with, brute force. And these allegations, the billions, Natembea's home was raided at dawn by officers from the EACC and DCI, triggering mass protest. Armed residents clashed with the police, deflating government vehicles and blocking roads in defiance. Now, Natembea's party DAP condemns the arrest. Hey, I tell you what, um, you know, the government thinks that they can go and arrest anyone for their own political reasons. But there are some people you can't arrest. Someone like Natembea, how can you go and arrest Natembea with all that popularity in Western? That was a mistake. And what did it? It resulted to chaos, mayhem. We saw, back and forth between the police and the residents in Nazoya. DAP, of course, castigated what Ruto has done. Eugene Omalwa called Ruto a dictator who wants to use thorax to impose himself on Kenyans by force. Now, it is called Ruto called, what was the secret call that Ruto made to Natembea? Because sources claim Ruto made a frantic call to stop security officials after the chaos erupted. Insiders suggest Ruto fears losing control of Mount Kenya and Western Kenya, where Natembea's influence is growing. The president ordered a review of the situation. After Ruto saw the situation was now escalating, now what happens is that he was trying to play the victim. In fact, he was trying to, to bring the situation into calm. But in real sense, is the one who is, orchestrating all these harassments and, arrests. In fact, they're saying that Natembea is involved in 1.5 billions, embezzled 1.5 billions in the county. But why do you think all this is happening? It's because Ruto, you see, it's like kicks of a dying donkey. No, when a donkey is dying, there are all those kicks. Ruto has been pressed, you know, beyond the world. And actually, right now, what he sees is just arresting and embarrassing the people he believes want to, unseat him or wants to host him. Natembea, in fact, said that he would run for president. He would want to be the president in 2027. And of course, what does this mean? This means that the Western votes that Ruto has been counting on will be gone. Yeah, that's why Ruto is with Mudavadi in rectangular, not because he likes them. No, it's because he wants Western region votes to go to him, and he wants Mudavadi in rectangular to sweep all the votes, and the votes should go in Ruto's favor. But now Natembea with his Tawe slogan has come. The Tawe movement has gained traction, especially among Gen Z and disaffected voters. His arrest comes just days after Rigathi Gachagua reportedly was into hiding. Now, Gachagua that, of course, you know what happened with him, and this is political witch hunt. This is how Ruto wants to settle political scores. He wants that by the time people go to the next election, people like Natembea will be crushed. They won't even think of dreaming to vie in in, in this or to campaign against Ruto. Someone like Gashagwa, Ruto wants to make sure that he's crushed Gashagwa to a point whereby Gashagwa will never dream of vying, and that is basically what's happening right now. Yeah. See, these people who are even Salasia, Salasia was just released today. Yeah. Salasia, the boy has been running, across the country campaigning. He wants to be the president. Natembea declared that he would vie in 2027. And to Ruto, he thinks that Natembea's vying is a way of, destroying or, locking Western votes. Because Natembea is very popular than even Mudavadi. Yeah, DAP is very popular. And Natembea not being on Ruto's side is really affecting William Samoei Ruto. That's why you see now we are seeing chaos, we are seeing everything. And all these are politically instigated. Yeah, these arrests are not, I tell you what, they are not genuine. They're just ways of, intimidating your opponent into submitting, into not dreaming that they want to be the president. And not wants that by the time in the future 2027 is the only person who vies. So he wants to compete against himself. Yeah, not against Gashagwa or whoever. He wants to compete against himself. So it's either you're with him or you get destroyed. Tell me, do you think Natembea will back down after all this drama that you have witnessed today, after all this arrest from the government? Do you think he will back down? And do you think Natembea really stole the money or it's a political witch hunt? Tell me in the comment section.